I have fought kaijus. I have battled ghosts. I thwarted the alien invasions. And these guys, a boy band or something. Now I roam the halls of Valhalla with a special message for you followers. I have now become the guru of the paranormal high. Next line. I'm here to announce that I have been in the world of animation my entire life, since the age of 17. And now at the dainty age of 61, it is my time to leave animation in the paranormal world and travel off to Valhalla to be with Aslan. AKA, I'm retiring.
Wait, what? Is it true? Is he coming here?
No, he is not. Right, cue the next segment. Questions and answers. I've got questions.
And I want answers.
I've got questions.
And I want answers.
Questions and answers.
And for the questions and answer segment of this part of the show. Yes, I'm here. I'm joined by my co-pilot here, a life-size Renamon that I built just a few weeks ago. I'm trying to get back into that. I've not been into the costume and building the dolls stuff in years and years and years, and it's been a long time. I'm trying to remember how I used to do all that type of stuff, and all the shops where I used to buy the stuff are all gone now, and so now I almost have to start over from scratch. So though I don't go to conventions or anything anymore, I just like to build them as as a art form, and then I might wear them around the house and watch some Kiki doing geeky stuff like that, and then store them away, and then build the next one and all that. Oh my gosh. So we've got a few questions that have been called in, and I saved here so that we'll just kind of talk about what this channel is, how it started, and all that type of stuff. Sorry if I tend to stutter a lot. That's why I heavily chop up and redo all the shots I do, because I stutter and stammer. I cannot stand the way that I sound. But anyways, let's get the show on the road. Let's listen to call number 1. Not you. I'm editing the video as we're talking. Yes, it is questions and answers. So here we go. Call number 1.
Good morning, this is Pete from McDonald's. I was just wondering what this channel's all about.
Well, Pete, that's kind of the main topic of what this is all about. So I started this channel 6 years ago, right when I started at the studio called Renegade, and I just did it just to have a little bit of fun and show 20 people I know in the film industry, where I pretend to get drunk, smoke pot, go out looking for ghosts and stuff like that. And all my friends in the business, like some directors and animators, would have a good chuckle at it and all that, saying I'm doing cringy, weird things and all that. And then I wonder if I can use Flash and Premiere and After Effects and put them in the videos that I was doing. So I sought out to see how to do that. And the first video I did was really kind of clunky. I didn't quite know how to do it. I couldn't get the green screen stuff is working out right. That in Flash doesn't really output alpha channels all the time like it's supposed to do, and not to mention that Flash crashes all the time. You can crash 7 times a day if you're just drawing in it. But then I noticed that when I started doing more animation, I was getting more people watching the videos, because I was used to maybe 50 views just from friends of mine in the studio. And then I started going to about 200 or 300 views. I guess friends of mine just re-watching them or something. And of course, the big thing is when I did that pony cartoon, that first one, I thought I was going to get maybe 100 views. Nice. And so I posted up there, and then about an hour later I get a call from a friend. Hey, something's going on with the video. It's gotten thousands. Thousands? What? And so I checked it, and I just saw all the glowing reviews, or they love the Athena character. Like, oh, I was kind of taken back by that, because like she was originally meant just to be like a one-time shot character. I just needed like a real, honest, innocent character that you can go into the world and convince them to go on some ridiculous ghost hunt. So it could have been anything, but I just picked like a pony character because I thought the pony fandom had kind of died off, and like, oh well, I'll use that. I had no idea that the pony fandom was like still really big. My only barometer on that was in Second Life. I used to be in Second Life a lot, and there had all these pony sims. On the pony sims, there'd be hundreds of people, and they all loved their pony characters, and they wore pony avatars all the time. And now the pony sims are kind of small now, that to where I thought the fandom had kind of died off there. Let me just do a little edit cut here so I can clear my throat and make sure that this first piece of footage is actually working. We'll be right back. And we're back. I had to reshoot a few little things. The Canon camera here kind of corrupted that last piece of there. Anyways, let me get the co-pilot in the shot here, because I know there's probably a couple people that would probably like the doll there. Like there's someone that always says like fur or something like that, and he's got like a little Renamon icon. So look at that. Renamon. All right, so let's get on with the second question. All right, let me turn the sound here so we can let's do it. The video has gotten I'm editing myself at the same time.
Hi, this is Sally, and I was wondering where you used to work and what programs do you use?
Hey there, Sally. Well, my first job was Disney. I got a job there in 1979 as an accidental fluke. It was an accidental fluke. I wanted to be a detective like Columbo and smoke a big stinky cigar and all this stuff and annoy the daylights of celebrities. I got D- in art. I would have got an F, but I did a drawing of the teacher whipping and slaying the entire class, and that so warmed his heart like the Grinch, he gave me a passing D-. And I just drew like Robin Hood, Kimba, and Secret Squirrel. I had no aspirations to get into animation, and my friends said, well, why don't you try to apply for a job? They're like, they're not going to hire me, but I thought, well, what the heck. So I put in 3 Fox characters and 2 Cylon warriors from Battlestar Galactica. The Fox characters is what you see on YouTube. It's a high school kid's attempt at drawing Robin Hood. And because since I can't draw anything on model, it's me trying to draw Robin Hood. And so a week goes by. Oh, and the letter said, I just graduated, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like the drawings, just throw them away. So I got a call a week later from Ed Hansen, who was the manager of the animation department. He said he wanted to hire me, and I thought it was a gag from my mom's work. Like someone was like spoofing me, like, oh, all right, pal, give me the address there. And he posted the address. Oh my gosh, it really is. And they hired me. I had to get a work permit because I was underage. I couldn't get a job at a union shop like that unless I got a work permit from high school. It was a complete fluke. It would never happen again. I mean, everyone else there are geniuses upon geniuses. I'm like a low-grade C animator. I mean, all the greats like the James Baxters, the Goldbergs, the Pomeroys, the Glenn Keanes, those guys are true masters of animation. Like when you watch Dan Haskett draw, he just puts his hand on the paper, no rough, and just boom, and just nails the character just down pat. Something that I'm just in awe of what all those guys do. So like I'm just kind of a low grade C animator. Yeah, so I worked at Disney, Warner Brothers, Disney TV. I worked a whole bunch of places. Renegade was my his last job. Yeah. Oh, and as far as the programs I use Flash, Adobe Animate as it's called now, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. After Effects only if I'm adding that sliding effect. There's a real simple little tool. I think it's called Lightcast or something, and you kind of add the thing, and it's amazing. It adds like a light thing, and then Premiere Pro to attach all the scenes together. I use Flash because like people have said, how come I don't use Toon Boom Harmony? It's like the simple fact that it's way too expensive. It's $2,000 to buy it outright, or $100 and something a month to be able to rent it. And it's like, we used it for Space Jam 2, everyone's favorite Space Jam 2, and it's really a stable program, but it's way too much of a program for me. Like if you just want to sit down and do a drawing, it's not the program you want to use, because when you have to open up a file and it creates folders and folders inside of those folders, and those folders are already like a couple hundred megabytes or something. I don't know, but it's designed for a real studio work. Now, when Blender perfects their puppetry animation, oh my gosh, that's a game changer. You can do it now, but I'm told they're going to be working on to make it so it'll be just like Flash, and that's going to damage a lot of a lot of these people that are selling these expensive programs, because studios are trying to find ways to get out of these high rent programs. They're tired of paying exorbitant sums to like Two Moon Harmony. They're tired of spending a lot of money for Maya, which is so Blender. I was told on Ready Player One, I was told that half of it was done on Blender. Studios are putting money into Blender, saying like, hey, you can do this, because they want to get out from having to spend exorbitant sums of money and all that. So that's why I don't use Two Moon Harmony. It's like, it wouldn't look any better. It would look exactly the same because it's coming out of my hand. Like, since I'm not that great of an artist, it would still look just as sloppy and scratchy line as it is if I'm doing in Flash. But anyways, next question.
Hi, this is Sally. I was just wondering, why don't you use voice actors?
This is the number one question I get asked all the time is, why don't I use voice actors? So, simple, I can't afford it. I don't make any money on these videos. I tried to monetize. I tried the whole thing, the AdSense. Google mails you the password. You know how when you start an account anywhere, Steam, they email you a password. And Google, they mail it to you. It came 3 weeks late. So it was too late. And so they shut down the AdSense. Like, I just gave them. I'm retiring, so I don't care anymore. But yeah, it would slow me down, because like when I'm doing these films on my own, I'm working a mile a minute. I'm doing like the writing and everything on the fly, and I just need to do the voice right then and there to get that scene done that day, because I got to do like 1 to 3 scenes a day in order to produce a film. Some scenes will take you longer because of backgrounds or something. But that's why I don't do that. Next question.
Gorge, I was wondering why it is you don't use fan voices for your cartoons.
Same kind of thing there. I don't use fan voices. Like, there's a lot of talented fans out there, but it would take me 4 times long having to get people in a Google meeting or a Discord video call, explain the scene, explain this, have them try this, not knowing what kind of audio equipment that they got will be compatible with what I'm doing. It would just take way too long. That in, I like doing the voices on my own. I like being like self-reliant, because I worked on studios my entire life making everyone else's wet dreams come true, just trying to do my best job to make the films look good. Now it's my turn to make my wet dreams come true. And if you enjoy them, we're all happy. But I'm sorry, like maybe in the future I might be able to, but it's just for like speed and expediency, whatever that word is, to get the things out fast. Next question.
Do you believe in the paranormal?
I want to believe. I've been to some the most spookiest places about. A friend of mine in the studio, Proxima, he can sense these things. We went to the Queen Mary, and he felt uneasy about this, like something was going on. I'm there like a dullard. I think it's my lack of aura. I was told 2 times in my life I have no aura. Once by a friend from Disney TV. He was talking to me like, Sean, I just always want to say this. I'm kind of disturbed, but you have no aura, and I can see them. Like, really? I don't know whether to feel special or freaked out. And then decades later, working at Renegade and coming out of the Starbucks, and this woman just turns to me, you have no aura. And like, top of the morning to you, ma'am. And I kept on going. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm getting kind of freaked out. So I want to go to Sedona at some point and ask those guys in the commercial shops, not telling them what I was told before, like, hey, can you read my aura? And see what they say. They're like, oh, it's bright and pink and blues. And like, oh, that's funny. I've been told that I have no aura. Or maybe it's so big it pushes the ghosts out. So I'm walking in there, it's plowing them out of there or something. I don't know. But I would love to go to like the Skinwalker Ranch. Supposedly 2 billionaires bought it, and they sent scientists in there. And supposedly they saw the damnedest things. But they showed no video of it. It's like, oh, come on, guys. I would love to pay them just to go there, sit in my underwear, in the dirt, in my shame, with not telling them I have 2 360 cameras. So if they try pulling shenanigans, we'll catch them and get my super low-power Sony FX3 out there and see if we can catch something. But I want to believe it's like, I want to have that Damascus Road experience that Paul had in the Bible, but I seem to be deprived of that. All right, next call.
This is Roger. I was wondering if you take commissions.
Oh, no, I do not do commissions. I just don't have any time for it. Literally, I sleep up here, I stumble down the ladder, I go to the kitchen, grab a monster, play a little bit of World of Warcraft for about 20 minutes to wake up, and then I'm working until night. And then at night, I take a little break. I do this little fun thing with like a few friends. We go on this Discord server thing, and we do VC Face. I made some avatars that I made for VR chat, which I really don't go on that anymore. And we just kind of talk, and it's kind of fun. But I'm usually working all the time, and then I'm out cold. All right, next call.
Have you ever heard of Second Life of VR Chat?
Oh, we're just talking about that, yeah. I started a character in Second Life 2005, and I used to be on every single day, but a lot of furry drama. I can't stand drama, where it's kind of like my experience with a certain fandom in the 80s and 90s, where I've helped out people, hundreds, thousands of dollars, helped out people in Second Life. I gave out avatars, tons of money for tips and stuff. Everything. And there's that imaginary fan line that you'll cross. It's kind of like rules for thee but not for me that they have, and you'll say something and they reprimand you for something absolutely absurd. So I just don't go on those things anymore. I might still go on to like Second Life once or twice a month to hear a favorite DJ of mine, like DJ Survey. He's a fantastic guy. He's really a warm person, and he has this great array of music that he plays. Just tons of stuff. VR chat, I got tired of. I just got tired of the N word being thrown out like candy, the F word, people knowing who I am, coming up to starting fights, and we get into like yelling and all kind of stuff. And I just like, look, if you want to talk to me, I will be a friend to you. Just don't do the you mad bro bullshit to me. I'm a little old for that, and you're kind of old for that. And if you know who I am, why would you insult me or start a fight with me? I don't get it, but God bless those people. But I still go into VR chat once in a while. I'll start a private server on my own Sims I built through using Unity. You can do like test world, and you can go in there. Because like I like building things and make things and looking at the art and then staring at your avatar in the mirror and like dancing and stuff like that. So, but I really don't use those types of things anymore. Next question.
What pony would you pork? Totally cringe.
What pony would I pork? None. Like I do have the hots for cartoon characters and all kind of stuff. Like I always try to be transparent. I tell people I will occasionally will do myself a dirty drawing. Like usually a character wearing panties and looking like what you see and all that kind of stuff. And maybe at times like extracurricular attachments, if you know what I'm talking about. But no, I also have extreme guilt. I might find a character really attractive or appealing, but then I think myself that character would have nothing to do with me. Right. I'm going to do a little fast edit cut here, so in case this camera goes like click, you've been filming too much. So we'll be right back. And we're right back. Alright, so next question.
Do you have any social media accounts, or where can I contact you?
I don't have any. I have a Facebook account, of which I had to start in order to try the Quest 2 and all that. But I don't use it. I thought about starting a Twitter account so if people want to contact me or ask me a question, but I just see and hear about people fighting over there or people trolling. It's like, I don't need to deal with that. If people need to get a hold of me, because a few people have contacted me through the email that's attached to the YouTube thing. And that explains why I couldn't respond to people, because it took years for me to realize, like, my main Gmail account is for work. It's for business work and all that. And I was told that if YouTube doesn't like you and they cancel your channel, it might wipe out your email. It's like, well, I can't afford that. And so I started up this email account just for YouTube. And so when I did that pony cartoon, I've been having a lot of people contact me from there. A lot of really nice people, and then some, oh my gosh, some of the people from around the world, like, okay, I think I want to buy a bunker and hide in it. But yeah, I thought about starting a Twitter account, so if someone wants to, but I guess the easy way to contact me with the email through the YouTube account. Oh, and there's someone called Gary DeLello that I knew from like way back when, and I saw that he wants me to respond to him, but I couldn't respond to him because when I was responding to him, I was using a different email account. I didn't know. So like, hey there, how's it going? And thanks for liking the cartoon. And it says like, you must start a channel, or to respond like, start a channel. But this is the channel that I own. It took a long time to realize that when I casually log back into YouTube, it defaults to my work email. It doesn't automatically go to the form or connect the email that I use for YouTube. But now I can actually respond to people. But yeah, so if you want to contact me, probably the best way to get to me is through I think it's in like the About page. You have to scroll to it, and then at the bottom, and you can say, I'm not a robot, and you got to answer, is that an airplane or a car, and then you can email me through there and all that. Next question.
Do you have a pony or persona?
Pony or a persona? I like to think of it like pretending to be a cartoon character. I'm like a little kid still. Like, I'm a little kid that's never grown up. I got a 38 club, so you never age a day past 38. Like the White Line character, I like to think about being, but obviously not really White Line material, not heroic or anything. Because I grew up with Kimba, and Robin was the one that got me into animation, but I'm not heroic, so I don't know if I could see myself as that character either. So, like right now I'm doing the mouse. The mouse I'm drawing is like a feeble version of Basil. Rob Zmikoff, who invented the character, he's an amazing artist. He made a pristine character. And so when I'm trying to draw it, I can't draw anything on a model, so it looks like a bastardization of all that stuff, because like I'm not really an artist. I'm a kid from high school that drew Secret Squirrel and Kimba and all that, and I got accidentally hired, so I don't know anything about art. No, if I had a cartoon, I don't want to say a persona, where you want to call it, because I don't think I'm deserving of anything out there. Maybe a stink bug or something, I don't know. Or stink bug is too good for me, but... Alright, next question.
Hi, I was wondering if...
Oh dear, I gotta get to the chair.
Oh, that sounds like someone I know from VR chat. Anyways, next question.
Haha, you better watch it, bub.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know that voice well, yeah. Like, the Disney lawyers are relentless. I won't even parody. Like, I can parody like MacLeod, like just do it one time. Oh, all the videos you see are up on YouTube a week before the release. I let the studios watch them just to see if like there's something wrong and they don't like something, and then I can adjust it. I have taken things down in the past when studios have asked me to, like for a studio party for when we were on the Tom and Jerry show, I did this like loop called, it was the Gorillas loop. I had Tom and Jerry in it, and they were perfectly fine with it, and we showed the party. It was on a loop. Just at a party, put up on YouTube so that they can just like go to the computer, type YouTube, go there and get it, and just put it on a loop there. And then I didn't know, but it was becoming like some huge meme. Not a meme. It got popular. It was getting like hundreds of thousands of views, and then eventually Warner Bros. Like, can you take that down? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And so I just removed it. I think someone else on YouTube is posting it. I don't know if they'll get zapped by Warner Brothers on that one, but yeah. So like, yeah, I know the lawyers at Disney are ruthless. They shut down preschools for sloppily painting Mickey, Donald, Goofy on the wall. They will shut you down if you're in their target. They'll come after you. So like, I always be respectful for the Mouse House. Like, there's a few YouTubers I'm always afraid of that use very close variances. Like, this one YouTuber, I really like his stuff. He did this hilarious video about the Juggalos or something like that. And I'm afraid because, like, his main character is very similar to a Disney bear character. And it would just take, like, one parent that was like, I saw my kid was watching this film about bestiality, and there was this Disney-looking character, and the lawyers would hear that, and they would just... So yeah, so Disney is one you can't even really parody. You can parody it if the character design is completely different, like in the cartoon I just did, Rob Paycheck Land. I wanted to film Disneyland, and a lot of other people could have gotten away with it, but because I worked the studios, they probably would have kicked my ass if I made fun of how expensive it is and blowing it up with the squirrel in the baby and all that. Which I hope you like that cartoon. I was laughing my butt off on that one. All right, next question.
Now, when you say a family entertainment, now you talking about mounds of fecal matter or what?
Okay, the fecal, yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve about animation nowadays, is the introduction of disgusting bathroom humor. It all started when Jeffrey Katzenberg wanted to put a fart in The Lion King. And I was there in the day when Peter Schneider was having a little tiff with the artist, and like, Peter, you can't do this. You can't put a fart in this film. It will destroy the film. And Peter's like, if Jeffrey wants it, Jeffrey's going to get it. And then he saw me just sitting there in the lobby being like, and nothing out of you? And I just kind of smiled thinking, are they putting... No, they wouldn't be doing that. And so, since it made billions of dollars, every executive out there thinks that's a money-making thing. But in actuality, like, if you talk to people, it pulls them out of the fantasy. It's like going to a fancy restaurant, someone blows their nose in the soup. It's like it takes you out of the whole thing, and you're like fighting vomiting, and you're trying to and then after about 15 minutes you can get back to like your nice meal. So in the films, I will never put bathroom humor. Like I said, like this channel is changing. It started out where it was just about me entertaining a few friends, like some cringy stupid gags, pot and beer and all that kind of stuff. And now that the studios are all gone, no one's hiring anymore, I'm now going to be dedicated just to making, as best as I can, animation. It'll still have my quirky sensibility, but it'll be free of vulgarity, no politics, no all this woke stuff I see that is just destroyed studios. All the studios tried doing their woke stuff. It backlashed. Now the studios are firing everyone because, you insult half the country if you're a race or something like that. Yeah, and you wonder why you're going out of business and all that. But no, I will not put bathroom humor in these films. Like, so I'm going to be removing some of the live action ones I've done for guys I knew that were about pot and beer and all that kind of stuff, and just concentrate on stuff. I can still do the live action ones, but I don't know if anyone actually likes seeing those or not. I can still do those. I won't do the alcohol thing, but I can still do those. Those I can knock out real fast, but I think it's the animation of what people just want to see, and they don't want to see my stupid face or anything. All right, the next question.
I was wondering if you're like the big studios and you have a gross out quota to meet.
Oh, the same question. Yeah, Mickey, I'm sorry. That's what's called. It's actually called the gross out quota. A friend of mine, Chris Buck, when he was directing that Surf's Up film with the penguins, going along absolutely smooth and fine until an executive said, like, we need a gross out quota. And they fought tooth and nail. The executives wanted like pissing or shitting or farting or something like that in the film, and they fought it. So they compromised. A waist shot where the guru surfer, you could tell he's and you hear a zip and some water hitting his face, and the guy go, oh god, what the hell? So they compromised, but they fought that one. So like, you can't do this. It doesn't have like the Disney name to fare that rough ocean. Bathroom humor is something that just drives me nuts when I see it. When I see people defending it, it's like, why? Is that like a fetish of yours or something? Just keep it out of family entertainment. It really screws up kids' heads and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's just how I feel about it. But I promise I'll try to keep all the films I'm doing clean, free of politics, free of bathroom humor, no pot. Like I might do like a drunky gag if like there's Google eyes or something on. Like that's fine, but I'm not gonna like make it look tempting for like kids and stuff to do. So, anyways, next question.
Now that you're retired, it seems like you're putting out more work than ever, even when you worked in a studio. How many times do you things?
How many times I things? Well, yes, I'm putting a lot more work now because I don't have studios to have to work in the daytime and then tirelessly try to go at night at it. And this is my passion now. It's just to produce animation and films for people, absolutely free to watch till the day it drop. But yeah, you got to do a lot of animation to do this. Next question.
How many scenes do you put out a day?
Oh, it's the same question. You shoot for 1 to 3 scenes a day. You can't do that all the time because sometimes it's a big scene with multiple characters, or sometimes a background. I'm bad at backgrounds. Building backgrounds in Flash, you got to make them modular so you can take this building and use it somewhere else and switch them and pop them around. So doing backgrounds really slugs me down. But like that little promo scene, the line I just did, that was like 20 minutes. It only took a little bit more time because I had to add like a few drawings to it. Or the Rippy, Chip, and Aslan bit. I did that live while I was talking to people in Discord while doing the VC face. And they were amazed that I just did that scene right. The longest time took because I had to draw a frying pan, like just a few other hands and arms and stuff like that. But animation goes really fast. Just building the models takes like a day and a half to 2 days. Because you animate all the mouth shapes. Anyways, here comes the last question of the day.
I was wondering if the 38 Club was taking applications.
The 38 Club. That's my club. So, kids, do you want to never have to grow old or lock your age before you get there? Join my 38 Club, and you too will always be 38. Aslan joined it, and he's always 38 now. So on his birthday, hey, happy birthday, you're 38. Couldn't get a little smile on his face. All right, so that's all the questions I got. If there's any other questions you'd like to hear about anything, you can probably contact me through the YouTube email. I'll see about getting a Twitter thing started. I'm mostly curious about Twitter because a friend of mine, he'll post drawings that are safe, and then it get the flagged as adult, and then later it gets flagged. So like, I want to test this. First, I want to start a Twitter account and put some safe drawings, and then do one purposely dirty drawing with an extracurricular attachment and see if it gets flagged or not. Because like he was telling me, he's like, what? All right, Elon, you've got some spleenings to do here. So I might be joining Elon's platform, and you can yell at me or ask me questions and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what kind of Twitter handle I'll pick up. I'll link it through YouTube here so you can find out and all that. Well, let me put on my rockstar outfit. I was told in one video that I look like Vince Neil. And so I had to go, who the heck is Vince Neil? So I had to type it up. I'm like, oh, it's that singer guy. Like, oh, I do look kind of like this. So I had to get my hair dyed. So, blam. So if you'd like to see, so guaranteed the ponies character, I saw one person's like, well, I hope the ponies are going to be here. Yes, the ponies will always be here. They're part of the stable of characters I'll go through. I'm going to steer clear of Sombra and Chrysalis because I'm expecting to get nut punched by Hasbro on this last one. So like, I can do Athena and Lustrous, but they're studio characters. Even though they're my own drawn models, and I change the models a lot, but lawyers don't care about changing colors or lines or the voices. If they want you, they're gonna get you. Anyway, so I will try to give you animation all the time and fun filmmaking so you can have a little bit of escapism, because I know, like, especially now these days, it's really hard to find nice escapism, and I just want to have people laugh, have a good time, or have a character that is like romantic or something, and give you a little of the inspiration that inspired me of why I got into animation. All right, so I will talk to you guys later, and you have a wonderful day. And some guy always says, peace out, or something like that. I forgot who it's, but peace out. I've got questions, and I want answers. I've got questions, and I want answers. Questions and answers.